Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at a third-party figure, and it's the Impossible Toys MC-08 B-Byte. So, this is the evil version of Bumblebee, kind of. There's a big backstory in this guy. Basically, this character started out as a GoBot. It was the big yellow Volkswagen GoBot that I actually had as a kid and really liked him. And when Hasbro bought Tonka's GoBots and brought them into the Transformers line, they did a big storyline from BotCon where Bug-Byte actually, he was a scientist, ended up going into the Transformers universe and ends up retooling his body with Decepticon technology and poses as a Decepticon. He's actually a cyborg. He's got a brain. In the old GoBots show or cartoon or series or whatever you want to call it, his brain was behind his windshield, and he does the same thing in the Decepticon body. Ends up getting his head blown off and replaced, and there's a lot of really nice nods to the toys and third parties and such. This has been a Classics Chug Bumblebee repainted purple and white. They did an animated Bumblebee version, and he was in the Timelines comics, and they make a joke that in the Classics version he denies or rejects the X-03 upgrade parts, which is the third-party cliff jumper head upgrade. So he didn't want that. And then in the animated version of him, that when he gets the new head put on his body, he makes comment that it's not the right color, like the head is really white and his body's off-white, which was a reference to the toy because that actually happened in the toy. So love the character. I think it's a great idea, and of course he gets this group of GoBots to come over, and he's plotting revenge against the Decepticons. So very rich background on the character. I really like him. I'd love to see this character actually come through into one of the cartoons. I think he'd be a really nice character in development, very similar to Tarantulas in the old Beast Wars. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So anyway, I picked this up because Big Bad Toy Store had this guy on sale for $4.99 since Impossible Toys is unfortunately out of business. And I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and pick him up and see what he's like. So let's go ahead, start off with the packaging. So here we have B-Byte's packaging, and it's not very big, but it is pretty cool looking. It's very Decepticon looking, and he's actually called B-Byte, but I'll end up calling him Bug-Byte throughout the entire review here. Now, Impossible Toys had a really bad reputation for quality control, and unfortunately they are now out of business. However, they did put out the series of Tetra Squadron jets, and I was so impressed with those, I figured I'd go ahead and give their last release a go, and I picked up a handful of these. Big Bad Toy Store at the time of the recording had these on sale. This guy was $4.99. He is MC-08 B-Byte. There's the vehicle. There is the robot. It says Impossible Toys down there. So nothing too terribly spectacular. So yeah, there he is. Impossible Toys Minicar B-Byte. Yes. So pretty cool. This side just has a picture of the vehicle. This side has a picture of the robot. Bottom, it says Impossible Toys, and then the top has that, and it's made in China. And then here is the back of the packaging that has a pretty lengthy write-up on it. So kind of cool. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer, and if you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get B-Byte out of the box and see what we think. So here we have Bug-Byte out of the package, and he's a little white and purple Volkswagen. And you know, initially I thought that this character was a female when it was first debuted for BotCon. I don't know why, just the color pattern seems female to me, but It is what it is. It's interesting. Well, in Japan, white means death, whereas in the Western world, black is death. So I thought that was kind of interesting. He definitely looks good. It's got a very G1 aesthetic to it, which is nice because we've never had a G1 bug bite in this format, which is pretty cool. Now, you know, like I said, it's the G1 aesthetic, so it's basically going to transform the same way, but it does have some upgrades as far as articulation goes, and I'll kind of show that off here in a second. Now, unlike the original mini-bots in Minicons, he does come with a weapon, so all of them come with a blaster, and they are sculpted very well, and they're all color matched to their robot, but they are very, very tiny. And as far as weapon storage, it does store in the vehicle mode. You put it between the thighs. I will show that off during transformation. So yeah, definitely pretty cool that he comes with a little weapon, but it can easily get lost. I can see that happening very, very easily. For size comparison, here we have B-Byte next to the Robots in Disguise 2015 Drift Warrior class. And it's maybe a quarter the size of this figure. It's definitely pretty small and pretty close to the G1 size. I think it's slightly bigger. Unfortunately, I don't know where my G1 Bumblebee is, but definitely a tiny little guy. Here we've got B-Byte in a figure that's a little bit more in scale. This is the Combiner Wars Legends class Wind Charger, and they're roughly the same size as far as plastic goes. Length, B-Byte's about half the length, but twice the height. So we're just rearranging plastic in different places. And finally, here we have B-Byte next to a G1 Goldbug Throttlebot figure, and they're about the same size. I know that the Throttlebot figures were just a wee bit bigger than the Minibots, the G1 Bumblebee. I always thought as a kid it was a lot bigger, but I think I just got bigger. But yeah, so they're roughly about the same size, which is very, very cool. I do appreciate that. So that kind of really harkens back to that G1 aesthetic that I think Possible Toys was going for. So just to kind of show off the detail of the vehicle itself, let me pull it a little bit closer here. Yeah, I mean, it looks a lot like the G1 Bumblebee, which I really, really do like. I mean, that's all this is, really. I did put a Decepticon logo from tfstickers.com on there. Definitely digging that. Yeah, kind of neat. I wish I had a sticker like the G1 Bumblebee that went over the back of the head, kind of looked like a little tire like the G1B did, but that is what it is. It's a 3P figure, but definitely cool. I am digging him. I think he looks really nice in the G1 collection. Now, transformation on this guy is very simple. If you've ever transformed a G1 Bumblebee, you can do this very simple. I mean, it doesn't even come with instructions on how to transform. So I'm just going to pull the arms out like thus. And then you're going to pull the legs down, separate out the feet. Now there are pin joints on the side. You're going to kind of pull them back and up like that. So pull them out and up like that. And then on the head, you're going to lift this up, and there's a pin there as well. You're going to pull that forward, and there's the head, and you have B-Byte, Bug-Byte, whatever you want to call him, transformed. Now, like I said, this is a very G1 inspired figure with some minor upgrades. The upgrades are the joints, basically. He's got ball joints at the shoulder. He's got ball joints at the elbow, which is nice. He's got little hands that he can hold his tiny little weapon in. So let me put that in there. Come on, buddy. Get it. There we go. So he can hold his little hand. A weapon, which is very neat. And then he's got joints at his hips, which is very cool. He has joints at his knees. He's got joints at his feet. And they have ankle rocker pivot that Shartimus Prime and Glenn Webb love oh so much. So you can really get this guy into some pretty nice little poses, which is very cool. Now, the only downfall to this guy, if I can get him to stand, he doesn't want to stand for some reason, is the head sculpt. Here, let me kind of bring that forward a little so I can see it. It's okay. It's just like the G1s, but it's so flat. I think it looks better than the Tetrajets. He's got the red eyes, which is kind of neat. But yeah, I mean, it just, if the head was a little bit better, I think I'd have been a lot more happier with the figure. But it's not too bad, especially for $5. For comparison, here we have B-Bite or Bug Bite with the Chug Gold Bug United figure. This has got the upgrade with the Beelzebub head on it and the guns. And yeah, he's about 3/4 the height of this guy, a lot smaller. But again, remember that B-Bite here was designed to be kind of a G1 style figure with articulation. Here we have B-Bite next to the Takara Masterpiece Bumble, or G2 Goldbug, whatever you want to call this version of the character. And you can see a lot of that G1 in there for sure, which I do appreciate, whereas one is like $65, the other was $5. And finally, here we have B-Bite with the G1 Goldbug Throttlebot, and as you can see, he's twice the height of him, which is really kind of interesting. While they're both about the same size in the vehicle mode, this guy really does expand out quite a bit, and yeah, it's not too terribly bad. I like the height, and I really like the articulation on the figure. Okay, so to get him back into his vehicle mode, to show you how to store the weapon, I'm going to take the little weapon piece out right there, and then we're just going to put the head down first. So just kind of put that in there, get the arms straightened out. I'm going to put the arms in last, and then what you want to do, you want to put the weapon, ooh, look at his little bee crotch. You're going to put the weapon inside of the thighs here. Let's see if I can this right. So you're just going to kind of close it up like that. That's how the weapon stores in there, which is kind of convenient. And then you're going to lower the feet. Now you want to get the feet back up onto the front of the pins so that it actually gets in there proper. And this can be kind of tricky because these things are good and tight, so no loose joints there, which is nice. I'm going to close that up, and then you're going to slide that in. Boom, there it is. Sometimes that can be a little difficult. The plastic doesn't want to always go in perfectly. It's just really tight joints. The plastic quality is very nice. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, but you don't want to manhandle it either. So yeah, there it is. There is a Bug Bite or B-Bite with the weapon stored, and I think that is fantastic because, well, those tiny guns could easily get lost. So is the Impossible Toys B-Bite a figure that you want to put in your Transformers collection? Well, if you like those really weird, obscure Transformers, this is probably something that you're going to like. If you like Bug Bite and you've got the other BotCon incarnations, but you're looking for a G1 style, this is actually a pretty good pickup, especially right now that Big Bad Toy Store at the time of this recording has got this guy on sale, like I said, for $4.99. I mean, that's a great, great price for this, considering the initial cost for this set was just crazy expensive. It's unfortunate that Impossible Toys has gone out of business. I know they had some bad QC issues at the start, but I feel like with this set and the Tetrajet Squadron set, they completely stepped up their game and turned it into a pretty reputable company. However, that was too little too late, unfortunately. But I'm glad I picked this up because I don't have a Bug Bite in my collection. I really like the G1 aspect, being an old school G1 Transformer from the beginning of '84, and you know, I like the additional articulation on it. I think it's really, really nice. So there he is, B-Bite from Impossible Toys.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.